But those pages I just
But
showed,
if you
that
look
was
at it, there is it tells this fantastic story, but also there's very little details. There's just the way it's lit and the angle and the details that it does give you. It's like it's pretty cool
Did you see
because
the
like
Juice Drusen art I put up for
it,
you?
I don't see it
Well, I moved
on
it
the
because
feed
I want to
yet.
get back to drawing, so I don't want to spend too much time on these books. But so here's that Masters of the
Yes.
Universe piece we were talking about. Every time
Yeah.
I see this, I want to go see that movie, and then I got to be
Yeah.
careful. So here is some of Drew's personal art.
Uh-huh.
So he'll do like a lot of portraiture work. I do have to
Oh, okay,
watch,
okay, yeah, okay. I
and
did
a
see
lot
that
of
one. I did see
animals and
that piece
stuff like
before.
that. So these are all his personal pieces.
Oh, nice.
So I'm trying to. He also does a lot of nudes, which is what I'm not showing.
Okay, I understood. Understood. Oh yeah, see, that's kind of like Tarzan-y there with the Jaguar. That's kind of cool.
Okay, I want to get back to painting. Now we can talk about
Yeah.
his history and the movie posters and stuff. But I wanted to get that book put away.
Ruichu goes, it's not like physical albums sell many copies these days. Well, they do and they don't. Because they before we also people used to go to record shops and it was this big thing, and that's the whole like eye line and shelf space and all that sort of stuff. The album cover really did help sell the thing. Now we have digital music, and now it's all about videos and like your presence on other forms of social media and everything.
And we're talking like when
But
Juice Drusen was doing
I
this,
do
it was
know
the
other people in the
70s.
industry, and there's actually started to becoming a resurgence of putting together great album cover art. Either with graphically, originally hand drawn or just composition wise. And then there are those artists out there who do actually put out LPs every now and again, which is great fun. But there is still a lot of of thought that are put into not only album cover art, but like artwork for singles and stuff like that. And I think that that's very important. And I'm glad to see that there is actually more attention to becoming to doing that as we got away from album cover art. Um, everybody started doing music. Everyone started doing music videos. Everything started becoming digital. Well, since everybody was doing it, well, it's like, well, what do we have left? The record industry, the music industry is looking. Well, what else do we have to, set ourselves apart, get more notice than our competitors? It's like, well, go back to album cover art.
Yeah, and honestly, you want something that stands out as a thumbnail on Spotify or Amazon or Pandora or something like that. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so there's actually nowadays there's a much stronger marketing reason for a good illustration in album cover art. But again, the amount, even we're talking, he worked on one project in January, got paid $2,000-3,000 for it. Worked on another project in February, got paid $30,000 for it, for roughly the same amount of work. In fact, other than a thing
Yeah.
picture, he cranked it out overnight. And when
Yeah.
the guy who hired him to work on the thing found out how much he was making doing album covers, he was all like, "Oh no, we're gonna keep you busy," and that's how he
It's like,
got.
can you do this all the time?
Yeah.
Maybe.
And that was literally kind of how that came about with Drew Struzan was, you know, somebody else had bought his art for an album and then used it for an ad. So getting his artwork out there, getting it visible, is what got him the job. And that's more important than anything else. But yeah, but also remember that in movies have much bigger marketing budgets than albums do, regardless of the amount of revenue and stuff they make. Because I really do think that at that time in the late 70s, early 80s, when did the thing come out? When did that Kurt Russell version
Came
of
out in the summertime, I think.
what year was that?
What's your guess?
I'm gonna say 80 or 79.
about the same year that Wrath of Khan came out.
Wrath of Khan came out
1982.
82. Okay.
1982.
Yeah. So so I was gonna say originally I was gonna say 81. So, oops. I thought maybe I was being too too liberal there. But yeah, he I'm trying to remember. So he did. It's so hard because he also did posters for Star Wars, but his posters for Star Wars was because Star Wars was in theaters for like 7 years.
Right. Yeah, it
So-
did hang around a long time.
Like Star Wars just didn't go away. You know, very good thing actually. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
it was just funny that that particular property just wouldn't die, and so they kept having to make new movie posters for it because they would do that. They would take down a movie poster, take down the old movie poster, put up a new one for the next film, the next big film that's coming. That film's it's doing okay, not doing great, but we're still selling lots of tickets for Star Wars. So okay, let's move the Star Wars poster back up. And after a while, they'd
Right.
get damaged, so they'd start ordering new movie posters. And then, like when they had the 1 year anniversary or the 10-year anniversary, or like the anniversaries, they would hire other artists to do the posters. And but Drew Struzan actually worked with another artist to work on that first poster. I forgot who the artist was, but I remember they messed up because they did a beautiful poster, very kind of pulp covery looking, but it was funny that they couldn't they didn't design it right because Drew Struzan was kind of still young as an artist and wasn't